Steak sandwich.
Man, it's a big sandwich.
You pick and choose your battles with my family, and what they're eating right this minute, they all know right from wrong, and they weren't fighting over.
You know, sometimes in life, your circle, your surroundings, sometimes can never change unless you remove yourself from those surroundings. Because here's the thing, since season 1 of Sister Wives, no, why did I do it again? Of 1,000 Pound Sisters, okay? 1,000 Pound Sisters, okay? And now we're on season 4, the brand new season that has just aired this week, you know what I'm saying, okay? And that is the one we're covering right now. We've already done Tammy's part of episode 1 of season 4. Now we're doing the rest of the family. And as you can see right there, what has not changed is that each time the family comes together, food is always involved, hence why they are all overweight. Now, Chris, for the most part, has lost a significant amount of weight, but from the timeline, from what I've gathered, from when season 4 ended, to season 3 ended, sorry, to now season 4, the weight he's lost would have probably been more from the surgery rather than actually from the work. But I guess that is something that we're going to find out throughout the season. And to be fair, from what I've seen on social media anyway, Chris looks like he's continued his weight loss. But when you're looking at the rest of the family, like, you know, Misty, for example, she has 100% put some weight on. Now, fair enough, the pause frame isn't the best, but I didn't actually do this on purpose. I just thought I'd show this for reference. And also at the same time, as you also see Amanda, which you will see at some point in this video, you will see that she's put on some weight too. Now, when it comes to Amy herself in particular, well, Amy's a different kind of situation because at this moment in time, she's currently pregnant at the beginning of the season. So, of course, the weight gain was going to appear. But in season 3, the last season, well, we saw that Amy was definitely eating and scoffing her face. And the irony is that the family, Amanda, I think the family in general, they were sticking on it. They were like, "What are you doing? Why are you putting the weight on? Why are you eating da 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 da?" But the fact is, though, this family always puts food around themselves. So I don't know how they can criticize this one when they're always trying to trigger each other. And this is the thing: when Tammy does finally leave rehab, I really worry, because if Tammy leaves rehab on the fact that she's lost the weight, how is Tammy going to survive when she's back around the family? And each time they have a meeting, it's always food orientated. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to be the family's fault per se, because you are an adult and you take responsibility for your own actions. But my point is that this family is so jarring because they always find a way to be around food. But anyway, we're now going to continue to see exactly what else went down with the rest of the family in episode 1 of the new season, season 4. But before we do that, please make sure you start off by smashing that like button. Subscribe to the channel, please. We are on a mission to 100k subscribers before the end of 2023. And let's get it.
Tammy has tried and tried with the dieting thing since, I'm going to say, middle school, high school. And every time she goes back to her old ways.
But this is the thing, though, you know, Amy talks about going back to her old ways. But I feel like sometimes with some people, they get into this mindset of, I lost weight, so now I can put the judgment on someone else even more. Yeah, you lost weight, and then you benefit from having gauge. And after you had gauge, you didn't lose any more weight. You stay stagnant. In fact, you should put on a little bit of pounds, to be honest with you. But then now you've been fortunate to have another child, which is fantastic. But the question is, though, that what is your goal now? You know, I really want to know where she's going to go next with her weight loss journey, because I feel like this is one of the biggest problems, mindset-wise anyway, you know, that when somebody is overweight, they'll look at someone else that's bigger than them, and then they'll judge that person, or they'll use that person as some sort of like comfort to say, well, I'm not that bad. When in reality, you're still in the same boat, because you're still in the same boat of where you're on the journey of your body being unhealthy. Fair enough, Tammy's the one that has had the health scales time and time again, and it hasn't been Amy, it hasn't been the rest of the family, but Come on. But either way, though, I am not surprised that Amy doesn't have much faith in Tammy, because she has known Tammy obviously since they were both born, pretty much, you know what I mean? And she knows Tammy the most. So I'm not surprised, you know what I mean? And I don't blame her one bit, but I'm just saying that energy that she's looking to give to Tammy, I think Amy should also look to give the energy to herself, to be honest with you. But, you know, we shall see.
You weren't here. You don't know how bad you scared us. You don't know what it feels like when the doctor says, are you willing to sign a do not resuscitate on your little sister, who's not even lived life? You know, like, do you know?
I mean, listen, like, that reminds me, if we go back, obviously, as you can see, Amanda has put some weight on. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what my eyes are telling me. You guys let me know. But this is just goes back to the point that I was making at the beginning of the video about the fact that, you know, this family, you know, live this life of calling each other out, but yet they don't really do anything to better themselves. But like I said before, Chris, on the other hand, has shown very good signs of actually maintaining his weight loss. But I have to show you guys at a later stage in this video when he's standing up. Because obviously when he's sitting down, all the fat goes down, the loose skin, all that kind of mumbo jumbo, right? But going back to the point that I was going to make about what she just said there. So obviously, you know, it is sad that the family was put in a position where they thought they may have to, you know, lose their sister, you know. It doesn't matter how much Tammy's a headache. Tammy is obviously still their sister. They still love her, and they obviously still want to have her around, and obviously still waiting and they're still wishing for the best. But obviously, I can imagine how exhausted they are, you know. But of course, I don't blame Amanda for being furious with Tammy for just not getting her buying gear, you know, because this isn't a time for sympathy. This isn't a time to be like, oh, you know, I can't believe you lost your life. I can't believe this. No, we ain't got time for that. This is a time to say, yo, like, you need to lose your goddamn life. You scared all of us, okay? You need to stop this BS because what you're doing ain't cool. It's affecting every single one of us, okay? Yeah, it's your body. Yeah, it's all about you. But the fact is, though, understand this. You continue on this journey damages us as much as it damages you. Think about it. If you lose your life, we've got to live the rest of our life knowing that we had a sister, rather than living a life knowing that we have a sister. You know what I mean, okay? End of the day, you're my little sister. You should be burying me. It shouldn't be the other way around. I'm pretty sure Amanda's older than Tammy. Yeah. But yeah, so let's see what happens next.
As a normal person only cheats death once. You're damn right you're not. I know 3 or 4 times you done cheated death.
It's facts, man. Like, Tammy needs to understand that she's so fortunate to still be here. She cheated death more than once, you know. Not everybody can do that, you know. Some people are in situations where they can't help but be in hospital because they were born with whatever complications, what's going on and whatnot. Tammy isn't one of those people. She's one of those people who is self-inflicted her complications, you know. And the fact that she still has a chance to live it again after having all of her near-death experiences, it's a surreal thing. It's a very surreal thing, to be honest with you. Now, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. And I say that because, you see, for some people, they're like, well, I'm still here, so I can just keep doing what I'm doing. Who cares? You know? And therefore, you think to yourself, well, maybe that person should have just lost their life instead then. Usually when you're given another chance, you give another chance to rewrite your wrongs, you know? You're given a chance to start, not necessarily a new slate, but, you know, try and do things differently, you know? And to not do the same mistakes as before. But the thing is, not everybody takes those opportunities. Some people take those opportunities for granted. And then it goes kaput. But, yeah. Just process that Tammy's in a position right now. Actually, do you know what? Let me show you.
Passy valve off. I can't talk at all.
I mean, it's nice that she finds humor out of it, but really and truly, it's not humor at all. If I'm a family member, I'm looking around, I'm thinking, damn, you can't even talk right now? Like when you take your valve out your track, there's no voice. Not everybody's born with the ability to talk, you know. The hardest thing about watching Tammy for me is that, well, not even just Tammy, but just anyone who's in a similar situation as hers, you know, is understanding that this is self-inflicted. And because it's self-inflicted, I don't know how anyone could expect me to have sympathy. I can only really be frustrated, annoyed for you. I mean, annoyed about it, you know, everybody puts on weight or goes through life and things happen 100%. You know, trauma is a real thing. Mental health is a real thing, 100%. Abuse, the whole shebang is a real thing. But the fact is, though, there are people out in this world who can flip it around when they become mature. They find a way to flip it around. When they learn discipline, they find a way to flip it around. But then there's people who don't want to have the discipline. They still want to stay on that road of just self-infliction. I've always said I'll never understand, but to be honest with you, I don't want to understand because I myself and people that I know are living proof that when you put discipline in your life and you use all the tools that you was born with to your advantage, you can become someone. And that someone is whoever you want to be. I guess being obese and ruining your body inside and, you know, restricting your mobility is who you want to be, then I guess that's who you want to be, right? But I can't imagine anyone wanting being like that. People say it's a touchy subject. I don't think it is. I think the reality is that we are responsible for our own actions. That is the reality of life, and that shouldn't be touchy at all. But we continue.
I'm getting on surgery.
I want to believe Tammy has changed, but this is Tammy's fourth new chance on life.
Process that. Just before I even elaborate, just process Chris. You look at him, man. The guy has lost a significant amount of weight from that surgery. You know, you can see it in his face. You know, which is fantastic. And I'm really looking forward to see how his journey turns out throughout the season. You know, because you know I really want to see him actually really not go back or be stagnant. You know what I mean? See him really push himself to those limits. And I guess that means staying away from the family meals, for the family gatherings. But yeah, look, his face says it all anyway, man, about not really believing Tammy has got this because it's fourth time. Amy already has her doubts. Chris has his doubts. Amanda hasn't necessarily said it yet, but we know she's going to have her doubts. Missy hasn't said it yet, but if two have got doubts, I can only expect the rest of them have doubts. And we know the mother definitely has doubts.
There you go.
Should I even say anything? But you know what though? It's what she says next is just the pinnacle of it all.
Hit the spot.
My goal after I had the baby is to get back on track with my weight loss, get down to 150 and not worrying about being morbidly obese. But you know what? We'll worry about that when time comes.
I mean, listen, man, like, I'll worry about that when the time comes. Obviously, hence, after she gives childbirth. You know, I'm going to have to check her current status right now because, boy, I mean, listen. If you genuinely believe that Amy's going to get her life back on track and get to that 150 after, obviously, a second birth, let me know in the comment section. Give me a high five. No longer give me a high five. I don't know, like the video. I don't subscribe. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, just make it known that you believe that she's gonna lose that. And you might think maybe I'm being a bit too harsh, a bit too cruel, but I still under the influence that Amy only lost weight to be able to have her children, and after that, it's a wrap. To be honest with you, I feel like I want Amy to get to her goal, but I don't know if she will get to her goal. I have doubts she's gonna get to her goal personally, but. Right now, she's pregnant, and I get it. Women say that when they're pregnant, that they have cravings, you know what I mean? And because they have cravings, they this and that. But at the same time, though, this is the thing, though. Despite that women say that, I'm not going to generalize that because I've seen women who get pregnant, but even when they have cravings, they still control and have a healthy diet. You know, some women wonder, how do you bounce back so soon? But the thing is, I've seen a woman be pregnant who's working out, eating good, and a woman that is pregnant and just letting it go. And I've seen the bounce back, you know what I mean? That's why I'm not going to generalize and say, you know, oh, because she's a woman, she's pregnant, it means she's allowed to just scoff her face because there are women who actually control her. That is the grand scheme of it. And I don't know why that's not even exposed or even spoken about because it's always portrayed as if it's okay for women just to let loose when they're pregnant. And I'm not saying it's not, but it's said as if there isn't a portion that actually don't let loose. You know what I mean? But... And so all I know is this is that what Amy's doing is she's just stacking on more pounds. So when she comes to giving birth, she's gonna have more pounds to lose anyway, which is therefore making it a longer journey to a certain degree. But at the same time, though, Amy is someone that originally had an eating disorder or somewhat, so it's not a surprise that she's giving into it, you know. It's here or there, isn't it? But anyway, let's see what else is left of this episode with the rest of the family, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, like I said before, the time I've already done all the parts that Tammy was in, I've already done in a separate video. So that's already been uploaded. Check that out. If you're wondering where's Tammy, I've actually done that. What I'm doing is actually doing two parts per each episode. I'm only gonna do the Tammy bit and then the rest of the family. You know what I mean? But let's get into it. All right, boom. That was the rest of it, pretty much, obviously, when it comes to the rest of the family. But anyway, you guys let me know what you're thinking down below in the comment section. If I triggered you in any way, touched some nerves anyway, I mean, it is what it is, to be honest with you. I'm here to speak my truth. I'm here to speak what I'm thinking. I'm not here to sugarcoat it. Otherwise, therefore, I'm not being authentic to my channel. You know what I mean? I'm not a people pleaser. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? I say what's needed to be said. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm correct, I'm correct. But I don't think it's a matter of being right or wrong. I think it's a matter of this is my thoughts, this is my opinion. Some of it's factual. And it's a matter of whether you agree or disagree. Simple as 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean? But anyway, you guys let me know what you're thinking in the comment section and we'll talk about it. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and of course, peace.